Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for being here. I hope everyone is having a great day wherever you may be. We are back with another flight. I was going to do a 320 flight, but Phoenix decided to not want to work. So after one PC restart and then a full shutdown and turned back on and then loaded and exited Flight Sim and the Phoenix launcher that many times, I still can't get the displays to not be bugged out, so I gave up and we're going to do a Boeing 737 flight. We are here today in Scotland, and we're going to be flying across to Amsterdam. We're on VAT Sim, there's a lot of traffic. We should have just about full ATC. Let me duck inside here for a second, just to sort a couple of things out. But yes, we're going to be going from Scotland, Edinburgh to Amsterdam, and that should hopefully be quite a decent flight. Block time is estimated at around about an hour and a half or so. So, and once again, I mean, depending on how we go, because we have ATC, I may not put a time lapse in this video if we've got decent coverage and we don't need to do a time lapse, but we shall certainly see how we go. We're going to be looking to depart runway 24 today, and that's about it, folks. So let's get into our, let's get into our initial procedures. So we can come into the cockpit here. We're going to flick the battery on. And for some reason, oh, maybe it does load with ground power now. I thought I changed my setup here to have the ground power connected automatically, like when cold and dark is set. But that's okay. We can wait 2 seconds. Okay. We get some ground power happening. Make sure our electric hydraulic pump switches are on for the FO when he does his walk around. Can check for any leaks. Landing gears down, 3 green lights, 3 green lights. And we can check our aircraft documentation, which I think maybe it'll be around somewhere. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, parking brake is set on red light. And we can do our tests. All right, bottle test. Beautiful. All right, we can. We'll jump over to the EFB just quickly, and we can set up our sim brief data in here. So we've got complete mental blank there. Yes, we've got Edinburgh to Amsterdam. Both have sceneries loaded, so they should look quite fantastic. And we will tune our ATIS. So we are looking at 131,335. Correction, 355. Scrolling. 131,355. There we go.
Open. Temperature 11. Dew point 8. QNH 1000. Data link clearances are available. Log on Echo Golf Papa Hotel. Acknowledge receipt of information Golf and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Apologies for that, folks.
Edinburgh information Golf. Time 2020 Zulu. Runway in use 24. Transition level 75. Expect radar vectoring to an ILS approach. Wind 260 at 11 gusts 22. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Light rain. Ceiling 2,700 broken, 4,400 broken. Temperature 11. Dew point 8. QNH 1000. Data link clearances are available. Log on Echo Golf Papa Hotel. Acknowledge receipt of information Golf and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Okay, so we do have we do have CPDLC on online, but unfortunately I don't have the app to make that work in the 737, so we're going to have to do a voice one, but that is fine. I have a little cheat sheet next to me. I did it up on Excel, so it's quite handy to have. It sort of runs through everything. Sorry, folks. I'm just running through a couple of things. We want IFR to Amsterdam. Rightio, just getting my everything situated, ready for the IFR clearance request. So, righto, let's go to our Posinet. And we are at Echo Golf Papa Hotel. Thank you very much. And we can do a flight plan request. Ah, you silly thing. It always keeps that in the scratch pad for some reason. Okay, we'll set our payloads, set our fuel, and select our route. Flight plan is requesting. We can load that in. So we are KLM 924 today. This is a real ops flight. This is a real world flight. So trying to do true to life as much as I can, though. Full disclaimer, not an IRL pilot in any way, shape or form. So we, you know, I can't sort of speak to whether the specific procedures are accurate or not, but I try and fly it as close as I can to how it's supposed to be done. Let's get some GS exporting happening. And they will go ahead and do that. We can jump into the overhead. I'm actually going to turn a light on. It's a little bit moody in here. So let's get the emergency exit lights on. Seatbelts can go on. We've set the fuels. 10 mil can get a push. Righto. Flap lever currently says 30. I don't know why. So we're going to retract our flaps up. They will move the second we start our engines, but I'm not quite sure why they've started at full flaps. Flaps 40.
Boarding requested.
Alrighty. So flaps are set, parking brake is set. Let's do our cargo fire test. Cool. And we have our gear pins, and the manual gear extension hatch there is secure. That is fine. All of our circuit breakers look okay. We can then come onto the rear overhead, do it. We should get our electric fault up there. Yep, or overhead. Airspeed. Airspeed. Stick shaker. Stick shaker. Passenger oxygen is guarded. Service interphone's off. Dome light is on for now. We can put our IRSs to nav. Set that. And we can test our leading edge and flaps and slats. That's all good. Okay. We are just about ready.
Hello.
Let's go greet some passengers quickly. Hey guys, how are we? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, back in here. Let's tune some ground. 121755. 121.755. Let's find a gap in the airwaves.
Good evening. Hello.
And why are we squawking though, Charlie?
Hello. May I see your boarding pass?
Edinburgh ground and Scandinavian 445 Tango Amsterdam P. Request IFR clearance to Bergen.
Good evening.
Scandinavian 445 Tango Edinburgh ground, good evening. You're cleared to Bergen by the Grice 3 Charlie departure, squawk 4032. Information Golf can QNH 1000.
Clear to Bergen, the other grid to Charlie departure. Runway 24, squawk 4032. Information Golf clearance for Scandinavian 445 Tango.
Scandinavian 445 Tango ready. Correction, feedback correct.
This way.
Edinburgh ground, KLM 924, 737-800, stand 2 with information Golf. Request IFR clearance to Amsterdam, please.
KLM 9024 Edinburgh ground, good evening. You're cleared to Amsterdam by the Tala 6 Charlie departure, squawk 7215.
Welcome on.
Clear to Amsterdam via the Teller 6 Charlie departure, squawk 7215, KLM 924.
Hello.
KLM 94, correct.
Okay. Clearance has been...
Shuttle 9 Papa Golf, stand 1, push and start, please.
ATC clearance received. Let's set our transponder, which was 7215.
Set squawk 0545.
7215. Easy way to remember these is you start bottom to top, top to bottom. So you come up and then you go back down. That's the easiest way I remember to do that. Not sure if that's helpful to anybody, but yeah. Okay, QNH can be set. We want that to be 1000. So let's quickly set.
Papa Golf, thanks very much. Stand
We can
one,
set our
facing
magical
north,
B button.
facing north.
Push and start, please, stand 1, facing north. Shuttle 9 Papa Golf, 3 ready and
1000.
No problem, we'll forget.
Minimum flat retraction altitude for Amsterdam will be, let me do good things and bring up Mr. Blackbox's website, and we can it'll be 1140 feet, so we can scroll that all the way up. We need some waiting music for this. I am going to look into a couple of external programs to hopefully 1140 feet. That is correct. I'm going to look into a couple of programs for like cabin announcements, because when we're not in the Phoenix, it'd be nice to have, but I just haven't got there yet, guys, so bear with me. Okay, we're going to set traffic. We want our radar to be there. We're going to go that one. Terrain can stay off for the minute, and we should be all good. We'll put traffic on his side there, and I don't really care what the FO does. He can set his own up. Okay, let's go to the route page. So we should be good there. Let's go back to the init ref. We need to set our GPS position. That is aligned. Beautiful. Let's clear that, clear that. Let's go to our route. Direct to TLA, NATO Broken to Topper. That's the start of our star there, so that is awesome. Departure off runway 24 with the TLA 6 Charlie. Execute, and we are looking for our arrival today. We are going to take, if we consult Mr. Navigraph, we're going to look for the ILS 18 right, coming in via the top 2 Alpha. And I think it was via Sugol, if I'm not mistaken. Sugid, actually. Rest that actually, LS18 right via... Sure, there's an easy way to do that to change the transition, but yeah, we'll do that. Sugid makes the most sense because, say Amsterdam is this screw here, and we're coming in that way. Sugid takes us out and around that way, whereas Sugol takes us sort of over the airport and in that way. I would assume it would be vectored around like so to keep us away from departing traffic over here. But anyway, we'll see what they tell us to do when we get there. Okay, let's go to init.ref, performance init. Cost index today is going to be 8. We're flying very frugal today. Our reserves will be 1.9 tons. 1.9 tons, 0 fuel weight, 57.2, cross-check with the OFP. 57.2 is correct. Our trip cruise is going to be flight level 350. And our cruise wind will be, let's have a look, top of climb winds will be 273 at 94. Execute. Transition altitude today, according to ATC, was 7,500.
Speedbird 196 with you on Alpha.
And I think we are pretty good.
Edinburgh ground, good evening. Taxi stand.
Let's go to our climb page. Sorry, our descent page. Forecast, descent winds.
And Shuttle 9 Papa Golf for taxi.
Unable 250 knots at Sugol, that's fine. We'll probably we can load that. Let's clear that one. And we can execute that. Legs, we can go to Sugol. It wants 250. I think we could make that work. We'll check that though. That's descent planning for us. So let's do our takeoff performance. Runway 24. We are taking off from a wet runway. I don't know if we'd go standing water. Flaps optimum. Anti-ice packs will be on. We can import our weather. Import the weights from the aircraft. Calculate. Flaps 5. TO1. 29, 37, 43 seems fairly sensible. Let's go back to our init reference, M1 limit page. We're doing a TO1 cell temp of 44. Double check our M1 90.4, 89.55 is pretty close. Flaps 5. And VR 30. V1 is saying 37. It's 129. I don't think so. 129, 137, and 143. CG will be 25.1 with trim 4.88. Let's do a quick landing dispatch just to make sure we can get into 18 right. I'm fairly confident we could. Our weather currently at Amsterdam, or our estimated weather at Amsterdam is Cav OK, so we should be good there. Runway dry. Packs on, flaps 30, import the weather from over there.
Delta 1 via Alpha, Shuttle 9 Republic.
And we should definitely get in there. Okay. Alright, let's set our trim wheel 4.88. Somewhere about there. Oops. Wrong lever, and we want 129 on the window.
Ground, good evening, EC51, Uniform Hotel with you on Alpha.
I actually haven't set this aircraft up.
EC51 Uniform Hotel, Edinburgh ground, very good evening. Continue taxi, station stand 1 Alpha via Echo.
Let's turn some background lights on.
Apologies,
Actually.
the audio did that weird thing where it gets really loud. Could you repeat CC51 uniform?
Oh, that bug extremely annoying. I've not had it in a while myself, but yeah, no problem. You can taxi stand 1 Alpha via Echo.
Let's get some panel lights because it's a little bit.
Thank you very much. 1 Alpha.
It's a little bit romantic in here, so let's get some panel lights. All right, V2 on MCP, and we are good to go. Okay, back to the overhead. Let's do a quick check. All these switches are good. Guarded, yaw damper on. All normal auto. Fuel pumps can come on. We are all good over there. We can throw that onto the Gem 1. That is sorted. What is our current weather here? We want 11 degrees. Let's start the APU now. Okay, everything is good there. Good there. Window heats can come on. Anti-ice we will... we might actually turn on when we depart. Don't let me forget. And we'll set the cabin temps down there a little bit. That is all good. Pax auto and... isolation valve can go to auto. APU bleed can stay off and our engine bleeds are on. Our cruise flight level was 350. Let's pull up our airport elevation at Amsterdam, not Edinburgh. 18 right will be -13, so we'll just put
Radar
0.
121.
Auto, wing wheel, anti-collision light off, position lights. I'll turn the logo on. It's a little bit dull out there, so screw it. We'll have our overhead on. Okay, runway heading for us departing today is going to be... excuse me, coming through. Runway heading today is 241. And I would say our initial cleared altitude via the SID 6,000. Set. Speeds heading altitude set. Beautiful. Okay. APU is running. Get that on the bus. And we can disconnect the ground power. And APU bleed can go. We can set courses as well, I guess. Set courses to runway heading, just in case. 241.
Edinburgh ground, good evening, EPS 1066 with you on Alpha.
EPS 1066.
Alright, fuel flow can be reset. Water brake set to RTO.
210.
Standby QNH has been set. Speed brakes are checked down, correct.
Okay, stand
Flaps checked, they
210
are up.
Alpha, Mike.
Takeoff
Sierra,
config,
EPS
we can do a quick takeoff config check. Park brake is set. Engine start switches are at cutoff. Step trim normal. All fire discharge lights are extinguished. Radios are set. Transponder is set. And we should be good to go.
Edinburgh ground, Scandinavian 445 Tango, taxi to runway.
Right, cleared altitude 6,000 is set. Transponder is set. We will set to alt off. APU start, and we can disconnect our ground services. So we come over here to our menu, ground services, release the ground power, remove the chocks. Takeoff ref over there. We can put our legs page over here. Alright, back up to the overhead blare. We can turn our APU bleed on. Beautiful. Let's go. Normally I would run the pre-flight checklist, but this is running on a little bit, and I've only got the copy that's like ginormous, so
MD11 passes left to
we
right.
will do the, we'll
Technical
start the
Delta
checklist
1 runway
before
24
start.
Alpha.
Okay, let's get our pushback clearance in a moment.
After you just MD11 taxi the Alpha to Delta 1, that's going to be 4, I think.
Edinburgh ground, KLM 924, request pushback and start please.
KLM 924 stands 2, push and start approved, face north.
Push and start approved, face north, thank you very much. KLM 924. Face north. Wakey wakey GSX, let's go. Alright, let's get our pushback approved. We can get our packs off. Packs off, isolation valve can go to open, anti-collision light is going to go on.
We are ready for pushback.
Flick our chime sign on, and we can run our before start checklist. Auto throttle is armed. I didn't turn the flight directors on. Whoops, that would have been a bad thing. See, this is why we have checklists. Auto throttle is armed. Fuel pumps are on. Electric hydraulic pumps are on. Anti-collision light on. Parking brake is set. Ground equipment is removed and engine area is clear. Let's have a quick look out the window. Everybody gone? Hello? I think everybody's dipped.
Scandinavian 445 Tango, contact Edinburgh radar 121.
How's the passengers looking?
Bye-bye.
Oh, they disappeared.
Locking gear.
Contact radar
Alright, face north will be a left-hand turn. Or obviously we're going to go left-hand turn. It's actually quite nice, isn't it? This is a really nice airport. I like this one. It's well nice, mate. Alright, before start checklist is complete. And we're going to go nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Well, we will go... Do we even have a line here? A red line? I'm not entirely sure. We've got a crossing line there, so that's fine. Alright. We'll go to... Whoops. Whoops. That's not good. Wrong switch. Whoops. Running on battery power until that APU starts again. Oh, APU started back up straight away. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll try that again. Ground. Let's go. Starting engine 2. Waiting for N2 to be at 20%. And we're away. That could have been bad. Oh dear.
Edinburgh ground, good evening. Descending cargo 25 Bravo.
We can set parking brakes.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Information.
Yep, so am I. We had a little bit of a setback, GSX. Bear with me. Okay, blue lights are extinguished. Start valve is closed. Start valve closed. Waiting for that EGT to rise and that red notch to disappear. That is fine. Give GSX to go ahead.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Engine number 1 to ground.
Unlocking gear.
N2 to 20%, which is this one. and up we go.
Ground, Lufthansa Cargo, you should have that plan now.
Lufthansa Cargo 25 Bravo, A-Firm, I'm seeing that now. You're cleared to Bergen via the Grice 3 Charlie departure, squawk 2023.
Departure via the Grace 3 Charlie departure runway 24, squawking 2023, Lufthansa Cargo 25 Bravo.
Lufthansa Cargo 25
No chart
Bravo,
disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
good evening, Ryanair 110.
Alrighty, let's jump back in here.
Right is clear.
Ryanair 110.
Start valve closed, blue lights extinguished.
Taxi stand 6 via Echo, goodbye.
Gen 1's on the engine. APU off, and now the APU can go off. Start switch is continuous. Alright, ProPeak can come on. We're going to flick the anti-ice on just in case. We're all good there. Trim area is on, auto. Packs can come back on. Isolation valve auto, APU bleed off. Okay. Flaps set, flaps 5. Flight control check. We can go. Whoops, probably move that back here. So full down, full up and neutral, full left and full right and neutral, and rudder, full left and full right, neutral. Beautiful. Let's go to rear overhead. Let's flick our. Oops. Do we want the dome light on? Will that help you guys see more? I might leave it on for the purposes of the video. YouTube hates dark videos. Okay. Brakes are armed. We are ready for taxi. We can blank our lower DU. Get rid of that and that. Let's pull up some taxi information. In a moment, we'll just do it before taxi checklist. Generators 1 and 2 are on, ProPeak is on, wing anti-ice off, engine anti-ice on, packs are auto, isolation valve auto, APU bleed off, APU off, engine start switch is continuous, flaps set, flaps 5, elevator trim set 4.88, flight controls free and correct, and we do a quick recall check. Flight controls, that's a controller thing, I am fairly certain. Lower display unit is off, and we get taxi clearance. Let's have a look at our airport chart here. We could probably expect an Echo Foxtrot or an Echo 1 onto Alpha, hold short, one of these. Edinburgh ground, KLM 924, request taxi please.
KLM 924, taxi holding point Delta 1, runway 24 via Echo Alpha.
Taxi to holding point Delta 1 for runway 24 via Echo Alpha, KLM 924, thank you. Okay, so we're going Echo Alpha to holding point Delta 1, right to the end of the runway. Beautiful. Okay, taxi lights on. Taxi lights on, runway turn off lights on before taxi checklist complete. Oh, I don't have realistic parking brake. Parking brake released, away we go. I'm going to get him out of the way for a second. I find about 30% M1 is a good taxi. Why is my auto throttle not armed?
Do Mac 8 Golf Foxtrot radio shout?
Do Mac 8 Golf Foxtrot reverse 5.
He's... Oh, I was going to say he's probably going to send us to approach, but approach isn't coming up. I think they just went offline, so he might be going Unicom after this. Bye bye, everybody. I just only noticed, I've never really flown this plane at night. I've just noticed how the light actually shifts when you turn the nose wheel. That's interesting. Right. Turning, turning. Thank you very much. Rightio. I know we haven't done much of a briefing, but we'll do a quick one on the fly here. We're going to be departing off runway 24 today, so we're going to be coming out of... I'm going to stick that on that side of my screen. So we're going to be taxiing out of runway 24. We're going to head out towards the west and then take a southerly turn to Tala and then onwards and upwards straight out over the waters and then down into Amsterdam, which we will set up en route. That is a very rudimentary departure briefing, obviously verified in here by the legs, so we're coming out via those waypoints: 4,500, 5,500, 6,000. So that is all fine. Look at all the 777, sorry. Oh, we've got a Dreamliner there too, actually. 787. Somebody had the right idea. I'm going to set 122.8 just because I feel like he's going to transfer me to Unicom very shortly.
Max 8 Golf Foxtrot stand 25 with information hotel type 737 requesting IFR clearance to Gatwick, please.
Max 8 Golf Foxtrot cleared to Gatwick, Gotham 1 Charlie departure, squawk 7574.
Cleared to Gatwick via the Gotham 1 Charlie departure, squawk 7574, Max 8 Golf Foxtrot.
KLM 9024, unfortunately no further ATC available, radar has just closed. So monitor Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
Monitor Unicom 122.8, thank you very much for the ATC. KLM 924. That's okay, it happens. Alright, we'll get our... I'm just looking at that spy. We've got nothing on final. So... Alright, auto throttle's on. We can engage LNAV. Transponder to TARA. And before takeoff checklist, which will be... let's get our landing lights on. Get our strobe lights on. We'll just hold here for a second. Landing lights, strobe lights, taxi lights. Transponder TARA, and we can start our clock, which is... Start that one, and we'll just announce that we're going to line up. Pretty sure the approach is clear. Edinburgh traffic, KLM 924, lining up for departure, runway 24, Edinburgh traffic. Okay, let's get out there. Landing lights are on. All right. Going to attempt something of a turn and burn here, hopefully. We'll see how we go. Okay. Thrust at 4%, a little bit of forward pressure on the yoke and toga. Thrust set. Release the pressure. Hold the center line. Check. And up we go.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Oops. Too much. There we go. That's a bit better. Alright, we've... We'll engage Command A. MCP speed M1. We have no further ATC. Ground's just gone offline too, so I'm going to say we'll... and VNAV. Alright, let's retract the flaps once, well, maybe not just yet. We'll hold off on that for a minute. Okay, auto brakes can come to off. Star switches can come back to auto. Engine bleeds can come back on. Make sure they're on, not come back to on, make sure they're on. And packs are auto up there. That is all good. And landing gear can go off. After takeoff checklist, positive rate climb gear up, check. Auto brake off, check. Engine start switches off, check. Gear lever is in the off position, check. Runway turn off lights, not check. And cabin lights, yeah, we'll leave them on for now. Okay, we can go flaps 1 and flaps. Once we're flaps 1, we'll go flaps up. Let's wind this out for a bit of situational awareness. Just going to slow us to 220 actually. Might just hold the up speed. Otherwise, it's not going to take this turn too well, so we'll back off a little bit. We probably should have checked that. We didn't really do much of a comparison between the charts and the FMC, so that's my bad. But we'll hold the up speed for now. And we'll go flaps up. And that way you can see it's joined up, so 210 or 207 is a better speed for this corner. Alright, I'm just going to quickly just have a look on VATSPI, see what ATC... Ah, damn. Huh. We had full ATC at Amsterdam earlier as well. We still have a little bit of centre coming from Copenhagen. But, yeah. That's a shame. Okay, I'm going to set our initial flight level, or our final flight level, sorry, in the altitude. And we'll obviously have FMC speed, LNAV, VNAV path. That is fine. Thank you. FMC speed, VNAV path. I knew there was a way to push it back to the... I like the Airbus, you just push it, gives it back. Okay, how are we doing for anti-icing? We're still 6 degrees, so... And of course, we're in a Boeing, we got to keep spinning this heading bug around. Why are our wing lights on? Or are they not on? Oh, that might just be the rear... I'm a muppet. That's just the reflection of the landing lights in it. Look at that nice wing. And the flex. Damn. I mean, it's not as bad as like the 7.8s. Definitely want to get above this cloud. We might do an alt intervent in a moment. I think we're going to. Alt intervent. And alt intervent. Got one more to clear. There we go. Now we're going up. M1 VNAV speed. Auto thrusters in, move my controller thrusts. That's what this blue line is for reference. That blue line is where my controller position is, so my controller is set there. So when it goes into idle, it'll command the controller position. So if you leave your controller like, you know, there at 60%, when the auto thrust commands idle, it'll only go to that 60%. So that's how you can get fast on descents and, you know, get it all out of whack with your profile. I think we're just about out of this icing conditions. Just about. I'm going to change a couple of things. I'm going to mess with the program a little bit now that we're climbing. I'm just going to... I like the Collins one. Glide slope catch before lock, negative. WD rate, that's fine. Cost indexes, V1s, approaching minimums. You get a bit of an insight into how I like the Boeing setup. I usually go sort of the same in all aircraft. Standby instruments, I want ISFD only. Carbon brakes, that's fine. We actually want single class because that's the profile I'm using on SimBrief. Air stairs and cutoff switch, we want the new ones. I like the new ones. Yoke checklist captain and FO, yes, that's what I was looking for before. You might have seen me look down at that and went, we don't have that. And Wi-Fi, yeah, we're gonna be up with the latest gadgets displays. I think we're all good there. VRF plus 20 bug. I think we're all good there. And that is fine. Options, simulation, service-based failures. I don't know if we actually have the option to do much about that. I actually... I kind of want airspeed alive call out too, to be honest. Okay. And return, init ref. We can do climb. There we go. And now that we've been severely distracted, we'll set standard and turn this flashbang down. We want hectopascals and standard. There we go. Reset our barrow, get that off there. Wind out our range. Top of climb is going to be a little ways away, about what are these 80-mile rings? That's 40 in between, so about 200 miles till top of descent. So we've got about 100 miles of about 100 miles of a view out the window. So what I might do is we'll give you guys a bit of a view, and oops, actually before we do that, we better do piloting things. So let's turn all where's the click spot? Thank you. Let's do all the piloting things first. We can turn the seatbelts off, give the cabin crew a ding dong. That is all good. We're above 10,000. We should have done that a million years ago. We got distracted with the PMDG settings. And we'll just give our cabin pressure differential a quick check. We're at 3,000 and the differential pressure is fine, and we're climbing 500 feet. That's all good. Radios, we are on Unicom, set, and I'm just going to make an announcement. Actually, no, it'll be fine. We'll go back over here and we'll send you guys into a bit of a time lapse. Okay. Alrighty, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a glimpse of sunset there. Not quite in the right angle for it, but we're getting pretty close to the point where we need to start setting up for descent now, so let's get on with that. We are above 30,000 feet, so bank angle selector can go to 10. And we'll just give our differential pressure a quick check. And cabin altitude, 7,000 feet, diff pressure's fine, and we are decreasing now because we are starting to level off. All good. All right, we currently aren't close enough for ATIS just yet. We don't have any ATC online, so we're probably going to maybe round this flight off with some beyond ATC, perhaps. And we will disconnect from VATSIM once we've got beyond ATC happening. Okay.
Beyond ATC connected.
Fantastic. Okay. Wait for beyond ATC to load up. We'll disconnect from VATSIM. Bye-bye, VATSIM. And we are in cruise. Thank you very much. I feel like we need to be on center, so let's tune center. And I'll quickly switch my controls back to beyond ATC. There we go. London control, KLM 924, flight level 350.
KLM 924, London control, radar contact.
Okay. Do we have any ATIS for there? No, we do not. What is our current weather then? What is Volanta saying? QNH 1009, 16 degrees, 220 at 12. VFR, that's all good. We have our charts. There, let's, oops, can we do the, we can do the preset thing. I wasn't aware of this until the other week, so we are QNH 1009, so there we go. Wait, I didn't think they were linked. Anyway, 1009 set, and let's go to our descent page. We have our restriction 250 below 10,000. We can execute that. All right, forecast page we have loaded. Let's re-request the winds just in case they've changed. And our QNH at our destination will be 1009. We can put that in. We can execute that. Right, let's go to our fix page. We want runway 18 right. And we're going to go 10 miles. And I usually like to go 5 miles. Forecast uplink is ready. Forecast, and we can load those. Execute. Alright, let's check our legs page. We can come into here. We'll go to plan and zoom that in a little. Okay, I'll pull up Navigraph for you guys to see the charts. So we're looking at the Topper 2 Alpha arrival today. So we're going to start at Topper below flight level 250, check, then onwards to Monal. Let's just chuck. Oops, no, I don't want that. Go away. Seriously, I hate that menu at the top. Should be like a right click if you want to open it or something. Anywho, let's bring that back up. So we have Rocan, then we have Topper. Then we have Monal, and then we have Robvi. And then we have Shugal, which for some reason my Navigraph isn't staying open. Topper below 250, that is correct. Shugal 250 at flight level 259, so Shugal isn't actually entered correctly, so we want God damn it, I'm going to put that over there because it keeps disappearing from my screen for some reason. It's not staying on top. So Shugal, we've got flight level 100 below.
KLM 924, contact London Control 118.475.
I think it has to have a space in it, doesn't it? Or a slash, and flight level 070 above. That's Shugal. Okay, maybe it doesn't need the slash. Flight level 070. You can tell I don't enter the enter these into too often. Okay, so we can insert that. Contact London Control 118.475. Thank you, KLM 924. And we're going to go 220 knots at Shugal as well.
KLM 924, you're welcome.
Let's change channels, so we want 118.475. London Control, KLM 924, flight level 350. Okay, so Shugal is entered. We have
KLM 924, London Control identified.
We have that. Then we have our arrival. We have our night transition here, so Shugal, and then onwards to Netom, which is 250. I'm going to put that as 220. Just in case. 220 flight level 070. And then we're coming in via Nursey, which is flight level 055, 220, check. Then on to Alpha Mike 607, then 608, which we will have 3,400. And then we will be on our ILS approach from there. Actually, no, we won't. We will be one more waypoint. Alpha Mike 621, which will be 2,000. And we have our Alpha Mike 622, which is, we have Pevos there. Where is our Pevos? Unless Pevos is marked as something else, but we have, perhaps Pevos is labelled as that Alpha Mike. That is fine though. Then we have Alpha Mike 621 is our platform, which is 2,000. And then we have our Alpha Mike 622, 1310. That is correct. We are missing our glide slope degrees, which is 3 degrees. That is fine. Let's go next page, and we have our vector for our missed approach. So turn right as soon as practical, but not below 500 feet. That is fine. Right turn out 289. Climb and cross Alpha Mike 624 at 2000, and then track 300. That is correct. Okay, we can input our frequencies. So come over to our I'm used to having a Navrad page. What am I doing? How far are we from top of descent, by the way? Let's have a look. 20 miles. Okay, we better hurry this up. Okay, so ILS will be 110.1, 110.1, 110.1, and we have a Schiphol VOR 108.4. We put that into standby. 108.4. Put that on standby. Final approach course will be 182 degrees. We can set courses. London control, KLM 924, ready for descent. But not really, but I don't want to miss that top of descent. I want to get that cleared altitude.
KLM 924, top 2 Alpha. Runway 18 right. Descend to flight level 070.
Top 2 Alpha, arriving 18 right. Descend to flight level 070, KLM 924. Alright, down to 070. That's a nice chunky descent. Whoop, too far. Take it back. There we go. Okay, so course tracks are input. Set our minimums. Whoops, wrong one. Our minimums will be 187 today, so let's get rid of that for you guys so you can see what the hell I'm doing. Alright, our vertical profile is alive. 187, I'll just double check that. 187, correct. Minimums, and we'll do our landing performance. We'll just see, we probably go, I might go, yeah, flaps 30, auto brakes 3 should be good. 18 right, import the aircraft details, import our weather. Auto brakes 3, might even go, what about auto brakes 2? Because if we look at our charts, we don't exactly have to jump off too early, so go flaps 30. And we'll calculate that. Flaps 30, auto brakes 2 is fine. Set auto brakes 2. Cool. And our VREF is 147. So onto our approach performance. Our gross weight currently is 60.2. And we will look to land with 2.5. Fuel quantity is currently 3, so we've got an extra half ton to burn, so say 59.7. Whoops. 59.7, we're going flaps 30. Approach reference speed is set. Awesome. Do we have our ATIS for Schiphol? We do. Let's tune that. Let's get our ATIS letter.
To QNH 1009er. Landing runways 18 center, 18 right. Departing runway 18 left. Transition level 040. Read back. All hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Okay.
Schiphol Airport information, Mike 2150 Zulu.
That's all we need. Alright, LNVNF path. We are on profile, slightly high a little bit, but that's fine. Only by 50 feet, we're all good there. Let's wind that out a bit, just to get a bit of a look, see where we're headed. So, I would assume we're going to taxi via Alpha, Quebec, no, correction. Where are we? 18, right. We're going to taxi via Victor 3, Victor, Whiskey 13, Whiskey 5, Delta, Bravo, Alpha, and into up Alpha, around to Alpha 1-3 and Alpha 10 to park somewhere on the Delta pier, so somewhere in the high 40s, Delta 49, 51, 53, somewhere around there. There's going to be a long taxi. Okay, let's do our descent checklist. Now that we have our cool little checklist on here, we've done our after takeoff, we did that. Actually, no, we didn't. Oh, my bad. I don't actually have an after takeoff checklist on my, actually, no, we did do it. That's right. It's just different to what's on here. Yeah, I've got to get a new checklist, a new PDF. Okay, descent pressurization and land altitude is set, and we are all good up there. Check. Recall, we didn't actually check. I always forget to do that. Auto brake is set, auto brake 2. VREF is set, 3042, and minimums 187 is set, and approach briefing is completed. Time to move on to our approach checklist. That is all good. And of course, let's wind the heading bug back around. I was also totally doing that during the time that not. Okay, bank angle selector can go back to 25. Oh, I never actually turned the anti-ice off. I forgot about that. Oops. And let's turn terrain on. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made yesterday. I'm coming in a little bit too hot. That was rather unexpected. I didn't expect to come in quite so fast yesterday on yesterday's video. If you haven't watched it, the landings interesting, to say the least. I mean, we got there. We did get stable, and I think we got stable by 500 feet. It's not with the 1,000 feet, but I think we were definitely stable by 500, just. But it was a hell of a descent to get down there, though. Alright, our ILS is up there. Still on profile, everything is good there. Let's have a look at some windows.
KLM 924, contact Amsterdam radar 119.175,
Of course.
bye-bye.
Of course, the minute we want to go have a look out the window, ATC calls. Contact Amsterdam radar 119.175. Thank you, KLM 924.
KLM 924, you're welcome.
119.175. Amsterdam radar, KLM 924, flight level 210, descending 070.
KLM 924, Amsterdam radar identified.
Thank you. It's very dark out there. Very starry sky. Not a bad picture though, that. One to keep. Certainly one to keep. Alrighty, I might chuck a short little time lapse in here just while we're descending, and we'll bring you guys back in when we're a little bit closer and a few more things are happening. Alrighty everyone, welcome back. Just a little bit of a short time lapse there. We did have one frequency change. We're now in contact with approach, so we're just rounding this initial turn here, where we will be descending further, hopefully very shortly.
KLM 924, cleared direct Sugol, cross Sugol at or above flight level 100, cleared ILS runway 18 right.
Cleared direct Sugol, cross Sugol at or above flight level 100, cleared ILS 18 right, KLM 924, thank you. Alright, let's flick some seatbelts on, get some landing lights happening, ding dong the cabin crew. And we can do our, I'm not used to checking the differential pressure and stuff, so we're at 1,000 feet and we're dropping, that is good. Just what we like to see. Quick recall check, that's fine. Alright, let's do our frisk checks. So frequencies are set, ILS 110.1 set and VORs are set. Our fixed rings are also input, so we've got both of our 10 mile and our 5 mile fixed rings are there, that is fine. Ident is on the PFD, 110.18182 degrees is set. Courses are set, 182, 182. And standby instruments will be set. We're not yet cleared to an altitude, so we're still on standard. And the transition was 040, so it's all good. Rightio, approach checklist, please. Actually, no, we can't. We're still not clear to an altitude. Forget the approach checklist. Okay, we're doing 220 at Sugol because I think that's just the better way to go. FMC speed, El Navina path. Okay, our 10 mile waypoint will be Alpha Mike 608, so and our intercept course will be the opposite to what the runway is 182, so let's have a look. Do it the easy way, let's have a look at the airport. 18 right, 360,002. Correction, isn't. It is actually 182 after all. That must be opposite to the Airbus. In fact, erase. Well, I don't think... there must be a different way you can do that. Ah, yes. Yes, you got to wait till that's the next active waypoint. That's right. I remember now. That's fine. Right, we have our glide path glide slope alive for some reason. We're like way off to the side of the airfield, but anyway. That's a nice 800 feet per minute descent. I wonder what these lights are. Some factory or a solar array or something. Anybody knows, leave it in the comments. Interested to know what that is. I could always do it the easy way and just manually select the... got one runway in sight. I'm not sure if it's our runway, but we do have one in sight. We're cleared ILS for that, so our next flight level, I'm going to say I'm just going to clear us down to the platform of 2000. And we'll just let VNav do the rest. Okay, so the plan of attack will be we will go flaps 1 inbound Alpha Mike 607 and we'll intercept the intercept final at flaps 1. Then once we're 1 dot to go on the glide slope, we'll go flaps 5 and then at the 5 mile ring gear down flaps 15. Start switch to speed brakes, final flaps and VREF set. Look out the window. Hello, Amsterdam. Such a nice view. Out over the wing there. Let's get a screenshot of that, shall we? Just quickly. Still interested to know what these red things are. Alright, let's focus on our arrival now. So let's bring our heading bug back around because I always forget to do that. Keep on scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Opening a speed window, getting ready. It's not going to take us 5 miles to slow down 10 knots, so we shall leave our decel a little bit longer. Alright, let's come back down to the up speed. Runway in sight. I'm pretty sure that's ours over there in the distance. We picked up a little bit of speed coming around that turn there, so that's fine. Let's get back to the up speed. Flaps 1, speed check, flaps 1. Now we set our 1 speed. (1009) on the standby as well. Beautiful. Inbound localizer. Let's press Vorlock. Full lock capture, approach, glide slope armed. Okay, we have visual. And we can go flaps 5, speed check flaps 5. Got a decent crosswind, 257 at 24. That's okay, this is going to be challenging. I haven't done a 737 landing for a while, so this is going to be rough. I'm just saying it right now. We may have to knock off a little bit of speed. I might go gear down a little early. Check.
KLM 924, contact Schiphol Tower, 135.
Flight slope captured, gear down. Flaps 15. Start switch is continuous. Speed brake armed. Set 15 speed.
KLM 924, contact Schiphol Tower 135
Getting there.
decimal 11.
Contact tower 125 decimal 11. KLM 924.
Negative, tower on
Oh,
135
I said that.
decimal 11.
Tower on 135 decimal 11. KLM 924. Schiphol Tower, KLM 924, establish 5 mile final, runway 18 right. Okay, let's go final flaps, flaps 30. VREF plus 5, VREF 147. Oops, too much, take it back. Flaps set, turn off lights are on, strobes are on. Approach checklist, altimeters was set, and okay. I'm going to say we're cleared landing. Beyond ATC just had a meltdown, so engine starts with continuous, speed brake arm, landing gears down, and flaps green lights. Check. Landing checklist complete.
1000.
Checked. Let's go. Don't have time for that. Bye bye, Beyond ATC. Alright, we're looking good. Just because of the winds, I'm going to hold this until the last minute to disconnect, I think. Just going to let the plane do the work. Going to be approaching the minimums very shortly.
Approaching minimums.
Alright, we'll disconnect it. Disconnect the autopilot, I have control.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Not exactly on center line, but oh, that was rough. Alright, spoilers. Oof. Shut up. I keep forgetting it's a 2-stage click. Oh, that was rough. Oof. Sorry, passengers back there. Okay, 70 knots. Manual braking. And we will go for this taxiway just up here, which will be Victor 2. right. Welcome to Amsterdam, everybody. Alright, transponder can go to Alt off. Retract all of our flaps. And we can reset our trim. Oops, nope, not that one. Wrong button. Trim can come up. We're going to taxi via Victor and Whiskey 13 at this point in time. Strobes can come off. Water break off. We can chuck our system display on just for laughs. Why not? Flight directors can come off. ProPeat can go to back to auto. And start switches can come back to auto. Okay, clock is set. 3 minutes cooldown on the engines. After landing checklist, which I don't have. What's my PFD say? PFD. Blech. Getting all tongue-tied there. Okay, we are taxiing across here. And we're going to go straight through to the end and hang a right onto Victor again. Okay, after landing checklist, transponder is alt off. Flaps have been retracted, speed breakers down, landing lights off, strobes are off, taxi lights on, cabin lights are no doubt be on, anti-ice not required. We won't start the APU just yet. We'll get a little bit closer to the apron. Although, actually, no, we probably need the APU if we're going to shut an engine off, aren't we? Okay, turn the APU on. Let's give a bit of go-go juice just to move along a little quicker. Alright, after landing checklist complete. Welcome to Amsterdam. I wish we had ATC, but you know, it is late over there, so it's understandable. I probably should do this in the afternoon my time, not for, it is like very early morning for me, so all the notes I have on single engine taxi, basically we need 3 minutes of engine cooling and we need the after landing procedure to be completed prior to shutdown. So that's all I've got to go off, and the fact that you shut down engine 2. So we're nearly at 3 minutes. APU is alive, just in case. Going to throw the APU gens on, the APU gen on as well. Okay, on to Victor we go. Then we want Whiskey 13 to Whiskey 5, down to Delta, and in Alpha. Alright, it's been 3 minutes, so we can shut down engine 2. We can go APU bleed on. I'm keen to see how this airport is. I literally just purchased this today. This is off. This is off the Orbex site, but I think it's a Fly Tampa scenery. This one. From a distance, it looks good. Looks really good. I dislike landing on this runway. We're at the back of beyond, really. Well, I hope everyone's enjoyed the flight so far. Apologies if it's slightly less entertaining than what you assume it might be, and I hope I've sort of done reasonably well at following the procedures. Obviously still learning the aircrafts a little bit as well, so like I still have a cheat sheet on a separate screen that I refer to, sort of to make sure I'm doing things in the right order and whatnot as I learn the aircraft. So as previously stated, with practice and more videos and whatnot and more streams, we will improve. I'm not massively into making the videos like super high Hollywood production quality, because at the end of the day, you guys just want to see the flight. You want to see the aircraft. You want to see the buttons being pushed and the yoke being turned and the flight being flown. Like, you're not there for fancy intros and outros and bits and pieces. And like, I personally think that distracts from the point of the video. Oh, look at this. Can we get a good view of it? The road? Hey. I'm pretty sure I've gone under that underpass in American Truck Sim. Oops, we're missing our turning. We're not paying attention. We're supposed to go over here. Whoops. Too busy looking out the windows again. We might have to really pump up the juice because we got the wrong engine on the wrong side going to really get us around. Alright, we might be able to straighten up a little bit in a second. We'll get a bit extra thrust happening. Can back that engine off a bit more, because I guarantee we're probably pushing about 50% M1 then, which is a bit of a no-no. Not supposed to go over 40%. I'm going to hold it at 40 though. Let's turn the strobe lights back on, because this is an active runway. Checking the approach path. But yeah, like I was saying, like I hope I can get these videos out with some sort of regularity, and I hope to, as I do this and do this more, obviously learn the aircraft, be more fluid, do, follow the procedures more closely. We can start implementing some failures as I know more, all that good stuff. So yeah. Here's hoping that, here's hoping that with future videos and whatnot and a bit of practice, we'll be doing much better. Okay, I'm going to take Charlie down to Alpha. So we're going to go past this first turning. And we're going to go to Charlie, which is here. Charlie, and then we'll go in via Alpha. Alpha all the way around to Alpha 1-3. And we can probably get GSX happening. We want the Delta pier. And we'll go like Delta, I don't know. Delta 49 sounds good. No follow me. Go KLM, obviously. What else would we use? Alright, so Alpha is the second left. We have Bravo first. Makes sense. This does look really good. We'll have a bit of a fly over the scenery in a little bit. One thing I will actually do, guys, I will go back through the videos that I have uploaded, and I'll put some timestamps in there. So that way, if you're only interested in a certain part, if you only want the landing or the takeoff or whatnot, maybe you only want the time lapse, maybe enjoy the music that much, then it'll be a little bit easier for you guys to find. If I can, that is. Sometimes YouTube's a little bit finicky on what bits and pieces it allows you to be able to use, depending on how many subscribers and bits and pieces. Obviously goes without saying, if you have enjoyed this, do hit the like button, feel free to subscribe, turn the bell on, get notified when I post more videos. They're not going to be daily, but I'm going to try and get a couple of videos out at least a week. I'm going to sort of at least try and do one live stream a week where we'll do 1 or 2 rotations, maybe even 3, or we'll do one long haul. We'll do long haul ops from somewhere to somewhere, in the hope that perhaps we've got some ATC online. Sort of thinking about what I want to do tomorrow for some might do a live stream tomorrow. So if you're watching this video today, twitch.tv/AshTaylor is where you'll find me. We'll no doubt do a stream sometime tomorrow, daytime West Australian time, so that will be sort of evening, I guess you'd say, for UK, and the Friday afternoon US time. This is a mighty long taxi, I'm not gonna lie. Wowee. We should have taken a few liberties and gone 1/8 centre with no VATSIM ATC online. I could have just told Beyond ATC to go fuck itself, and we could have done 1/8 centre at least. But we'll go real ops, so 1/8 right it was. We'll do the taxi that takes almost as long to get into the gate as what the whole flight was. Luckily we've got a bit of speed happening now, which is good. Look at this terminal. It looks good. It looks really good. Better come back here. Make sure we're still holding that center line. Definitely looks good. It's getting harder to hold that center line as we get a bit quicker. Let's just kick the power off for now. We're gonna have to slow down in a little bit. We're almost at our Alpha 13 turn point. Where we'll go Alpha 13, Alpha 10 into ramp 49, I think I checked, wasn't it? Yep. Alpha 13 coming up. Check. Alright, I'll give it a bit go juices to get around this corner. Alright. want to go full lock around here. Into Alpha 13. And we can probably turn our turn-off lights off now that we're into the ramp, and we're parked somewhere over there, just on that terminal somewhere. Alright, in we come. And we will need ramp 49, so how are they labelled? We got I mean, I see GSX stuff over there, so helps if I press the right buttons. We have Delta 49 there. Next one. Right, we're gonna need some go-go juice. We must be going uphill or something here. We are going uphill. Damn. Delta 49 is... Where's the marker? There he is. Alright. Taxi light off. Actually, no. That one off. Turning, turning, turning. We left that a bit late. The markings aren't the greatest. We might have to get a scenery pack to improve the lighting in that. This is not going to be the world's straightest parking. Let's see if we can bring it back. Hopefully in time. Try and square us up a little bit. Otherwise he might have a little bit of a meltdown. There we go. Parking brake set. APU, 2 blue, 1 red, engine's dead. Alright, let's flick off these CT belts. Let's get GSX boarding. Isolation valve can be opened. And set the transponder to standby. N2 below 20%, anti-collision light done. GSX, please deboard.
The boarding requested.
Here we are, everybody. Where's that plane? There's that plane. You get a nice screenshot here. Something that takes up a lot of the screen. Ah, yes.
Passengers deboarding started.
Right there. That'll do. One screenshot for the thumbnail. Excuse me. If my ShareX will capture the right screen. There we go. Rightio, let's jump inside the. Let's jump inside here. Let's get some of the overhead stuff done. So fuel pumps come off.
Goodbye.
Fuel pumps off. Engine gens are obviously off, just in case. Ground power can go on. APU bleed can go off. Turn the APU off. Window heats can go off. APU bleed off.
Goodbye.
Pats can go off.
Goodbye.
Electric hydraulics can go off as well. Position light is steady. Logo light can go off.
Goodbye.
And I think we're just about set.
Goodbye.
Rightio, is everybody ready to see what the landing rate was? Do we want to know? What do we think? If I go, ooh, is that going to make everybody nervous, or is it going to be, Because I'll give you a hint. It's more of a, We got 381. Not the softest of landings, obviously. It's not the greatest, but I'll take it, considering how we came in and the thud that it made when we hit the ground. And to get 0.89 G-force, I don't think that's too bad, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. I'm happy with that. I'll take it. But as these passengers unload, guys, I'm not going to make you sit through all of that. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, do hit the like and subscribe if you do. Feel free to follow us at twitch.tv/AshTaylor if you want to catch me live when we do some flying or play other games. Always happy to try and grow this community, and you know, there are many great flight sim communities out there, streamers and YouTubers and whatnot, and the more the merrier, I guess. Like, we all help each other out. The bigger the community gets, then the more fun we can have, the more stuff there'll be. Perhaps the cheaper it'll be too. If we get more people buying sceneries and bits and pieces, perhaps they could make it cheaper. I'll leave all the links to the sceneries and bits and pieces in the description as per normal. But apart from that, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to check out the playlists at the playlist tab. We have a couple going there, so anything else that piques your interest, feel free to have a watch. Alrighty, we'll leave it there. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.